problem solving techniques using C, and this program is for BSc subject, that is problem solving techniques using C, semester, first semester, university, Karnataka University Dharwad, session, first session. Okay, so at the end of the session, what you are going to learn? What are the objectives of this session? So you are going to learn about the data, the processing, the information, the definition of a computer, uses of a computers, history and evolution of computers, characteristics of a computers. This is what you are going to learn in this particular session. So the learning objectives and the outcomes. The learning objectives are beginning with the computer. What are the different components of the computer and the functional units of the computer? The history and the development of computer, and the characteristics of the computer. These are all the learning objectives at the end of the session. You are going to learn. The outcomes are need of the computer. What is the requirement of using the computer in today's world? The requirement and the learning of computers in today's world. Okay, so that is the outcome of the session. The basic definition of the computer. A computer is an electronic device which accepts data which store in its memory and processes the accepted data to give the meaningful information to the user. So this is the simplest form of definition of a computer. So basically the data will be given by the user, the computer. The given data, the computer will be processed to give the meaningful information to the user. So next in this slide, we will learn about information processing cycle. The information processing cycle, we are having the different components such as input, the process, the output, and the storage. So here, the input is a one in which we are going to give the data to the computer by the user. So input. So then the inputted data will be stored in its storage. In storage means here in the memory. After storing the data, it is going to process the particular data, give meaningful information in the form of information through output. So this is overall process, what we are going to call it as information processing cycle. Is it right? Okay. Moving on to the next slide, data. What do you mean by data? So what is a data? A data is a consisting of numbers, facts, observations, measurement, graphs, information, and quantities. So all together may able to constitute a data. So data may be any one of this, not all. It's a combination of any one of this or all of this. That's what we are going to call it as a data. Okay. Now, the further data will be classified into qualitative data and quantitative data. In qualitative data, statistics is so much fun. So here, each and everything data will be in the form of a statement. For example, your marks card, you are having the grade, that is A plus, B plus, C plus, like this way. It's a qualitative. Whereas quantitative means it is represented in the number in the form of a number. Okay, so that is 78%, 68%, 53%, like this. It is a quantitative. So qualitative means it is in the form of a statement, whereas a quantitative means it is in the form of a number. That's it. Quantitative, it is further divided into two types. One is discrete, another one is continuous. In discrete, it is a not continuous in nature. Means there is a no continuous process to perform that particular activity or task. Okay, so the best example for discrete is digital clock, where it shows the clock by discrete interval of time. There is no continuous process in between them. That is what it is called as a discrete. As in continuous, it is a continuous process, so without any breakages. For example, the analog clock, where the hour hand and the minute hand will be able to rotate continuously to perform that particular activity. So this is an example for the continuous. So for discrete, we are having the example of digital clock. For continuous, we are having the example of analog clock. That's it. That is all about the data. So in this slide, we will learn about information. So information, it actually comes from. So here you can able to see in this particular diagram consisting of data, data, data. So we are going to apply the processing when the data will be processed to give the meaningful information to us. That is what it is called as an information. Information is also nothing but it is a processed data. In short form, we may able to call it as information is a processed data. Information is a interpreted data. So basically to get the information, we require the data. For that data, we are going to apply the processing. By applying the processing, we are going to get the end product as the information. So in this slide, we will see the history and the development of computers. Back, how we are going to use the computers in the previous or olden days. It dates back to the 2500 BC. Abacus was used. Later on, Napier bones in 1614, followed by slide rule in 1630, Pascal in 1642, rating wheel calculator in 1671, blackboard loom 1802, differential engine 1822, analytical engine 1833. So this is the overall history and the development of the computers. 1802. So this particular machine resembles the weaving machine. So looming, just like that, it is used for calculating. That's why it is called as a jaguar loom. The data feed through SD cards. SD cards were used to feed the data. So by using that particular data can be manipulated by using the jaguar loom, which is invented in the year 1802. Then we come across differential engine 1822, which is being invented by the Charles Babbage, a Cambridge University mathematician, invented a particular engine in 1822, which look like this. It is consisting of different components and capable of calculating mathematical calculations up to certain thousands. Okay, so this is the first ever differential engine which is developed by the Charles Babbage. Later onwards, he modified this differential engine in 1833 to make it as analytical engine. So analytical engine look like this. Basically, it resembles the modern computer. Basic functional units of the computer such as the input, output device, the processing unit, the arithmetic and logical unit. So whatever the modern computer that we are going to see in today's world is going to resembles with respect to the analytical engine, which is designed by the Charles Babbage in the 1833. This is why he is regarded as the father of the computer. Okay. So next, history of input devices. So the first ever input device which are going to used is punch cards. So punch card look like this. So this is a card which there are number of punches in between the card, which we are going to input the data to the system. So that is why these are called as punch cards. So this is the first ever input device which is used for the computers, that is punch cards. So you can able to see the diagram of the input device there. Next, the binary toggle switches. Here you might able to see the Altor 8800 computer. This is a particular computer which is used for binary toggle switches. So binary means here consisting of only zeros and ones. As we know that computer is capable of understanding only the zeros and ones. Zero means zero voltage, one means other than zero voltage. So 10 voltage, 5 voltage, 6 voltage, other than zero, it will be considered as a 1. So other than 0, it will be considered as 1. Okay. So it is called as a binary toggle switch. This is the second input device which is invented for the computers in the earlier days or in the olden days for the computers in the earlier days or in the olden days. Okay. Then history of storage devices. The magnetic drum memory. This is a picture of the olden days magnetic drum. How we are going to store the data in the magnetic drum memory. So followed by the magnetic core memory. This is how the data will be stored with a magnetic core will be planted on a white sheet. So this is the magnetic core memory. Output devices. Then we come across the punched cards. So punched cards is the bolts input as well as output device to which we can able to feed the data and get back the information from the computer. So next we come across the characteristics of the computer. Here we are having the storage, versatility, reliability, automation, logical, no failing, diligence, no IQ, intelligent quotient, accuracy, speed. So these are all the important characteristics of the computer. We will see one by one. Characteristics of the computer. High processing speed. The computers are used for processing the data of a very high capability so that they can able to get the results within a fraction of seconds. Even though the computer can able to give the results with respect to the nano to the power of minus 12 minus 30 system. So the computers can able to give the information back to the user. Accuracy. So even though these are electronical devices which are going to give the results which are 100% perfect. So basically it depends upon the what type of data it requires. If you give the correct data, then the computer is going to give the correct results for it. Okay. If we able to give the wrong data, then it obviously it is going to give the wrong results. So it depends upon the how we are going to give the data to the computer. So accuracy is also very important. That's why we are going to use the computers in modern technologies such as missiles, defense system, satellite launching vehicles, different areas where we are going to use the computers because of its accuracy. Computers. Then we come across versatility. Versatility means it is applicable for different fields such as healthcare, medicine, education, military, defense, uh, computer aided engineering, manufacturing designs. So each and every field, we cannot able to mention so many fields here. So you cannot also imagine that there is a no field in which the computer cannot able to exist there. Okay, so we are going to use the computers in each and every field. It is one of the need of the today's world. Now we come across the diligence. Diligence means no tidiness. It means the computers can able to work without any tidiness 24 into 7, no matter. So if we able to work for 5 hours, we are going to get tired. But that is not the matter with respect to the computer. It is capable of working into 24 into 7, so into 365 number of days. So it is going to work for characteristics of the computer. Applications of the computer. So applications of the computer, basically it is used in the banking sector, defense sector, such as in the launching of the missiles, creation of the aviation sector, we are going to use there, and satellite and communications while launching the different satellites to the space and monitoring that particular satellites and retrieving the information with data back from the satellites to the earth that will be communicated through the satellites and communication. That's why we are going to use the computers in the launching of the satellites. Then insurance, where we are going to use the computers. Education field. So today we are going to see that online PPTs, videos and study materials all we are going to reach through by using the smart devices. So that is also where we are going to use the computers in the education field. Then we come across the design and the manufacturing, computer aided manufacturing and computer aided design, where we are going to apply these computers. Healthcare systems such as MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, where we can able to track what is the functioning of the particular part in the body. Can also be determined through by using the healthcare, as well as telemedicines. It is also one of the most popular thing in recent days. Then we come across the science and engineering, where the computers can also be applied, and the arts and the entertainment, business, and many more fields. These are all about the applications of the computer. So what are the different 2 marks questions might be asked from this particular session? So the first one is explain the differential engine. Second one, explain the analytical engine. Third one, elaborate information processing cycle. So 5 mark questions. In the 5 marks question segment, they might ask Explain the characteristics of the computers. Explain the applications of computers. In the 10-mark segment, they will ask about explain the history and the development of computers in detail. So these are all the model questions which might be asked from the first session unit. Followed with MCQs, that is multiple choice questions. Computer accepts data, information, processing, none. So computer accepts data. Okay, that is the right answer. Next question, which is the first ever input output device? IO means input output device. So the first ever input output device is scanner, keyboard, printer, and punch card. The answer is punch card. In which year the differential engine was invented? It was invented in the year 1822, 1833, 1803, 1856. So the answer is 1822, differential engine. Giving exact result refers to diligence, accuracy, versatile, none. Accuracy. Note 89 refers to diligence, accuracy, versatile, none. So here the note 89 refers to diligence. These are all the references for the first unit. The programming in ANSIC by Balaguruswamy, C programming language by Brian W. Kengan, Dennis Ritchie, computer fundamentals by Goel, Anit Pearson, online sources. So thank you for